In New York, concrete jungle podcasts were made on the Bleacher Report stream. Now you're in New York, yeah, yeah. Bleacher Studios gonna look good on you. You probably need makeup. Hi, Cart.
Are we gonna get hair and makeup?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, why not?
It's possible. It is a distinct possibility.
I honestly, in the contract negotiations, which we did have negotiations, by the way, don't sleep on us. Um, did we request a green room?
We did not. No.
See, that was one of the more underrated parts. The green room slap. I took a towel from there. We got to see Robbie Hummel change. We got hair and makeup. They had snacks. Seth Davis was in there. It was good times.
We did ask for a lot of things this go around, and most of them were immediately denied. So I don't think we should have asked for a green room. I don't think they would have accommodated that.
Yeah. Is there any chance someone mistakes me for Karl Anthony Towns this weekend?
There is a small chance that happens, yes.
Who is the worst person you could get compared to in New York lore that would have you being like, I want to stay in my hotel room this whole time?
I mean, I feel like I don't look like anybody. I just look like your average non-famous Caucasian 32-year-old dad.
What if
So
someone calls you Jose Calderon?
I would love that. I mean, I look fit in Spanish.
That'd be nice. Do you think I can name more Knicks players than you?
No,
Like we just went back and forth naming Knicks players. You think I would croak first or you would croak first?
I think I could name Knicks players with you until we get tucked in for bed tonight.
Really?
Let's go. Let's try it out.
All right. Landry Fields,
Jeremy Lin,
Karl Anthony Towns,
Carmelo Anthony,
Jalen Brunson.
Pablo Prigioni,
Ooh, J.R. Smith,
Tyson Chandler,
Amari Stoudemire,
Eddie Curry.
O.J. Anunoby.
Remind me that Eddie Curry's a good comp for you when we're in New York this week.
Do so.
Maybe I'm not as good at this as I thought. Landry Fields.
I already said that to start this.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Go
Cut
check
the
the tape.
tape. Cut the
Cut
tape.
the tape. I said that was the first thing I
Okay,
said.
let's stop and cut the tape then.
We have to keep recording.
Oh,
Can we get to the YouTube comment?
yeah, sure.
I love your shirt, by the way.
Thanks. I'm gonna bring this bear on the flight with me and hug him.
Are you?
Yeah.
I have something like that that's a hedgehog that vibrates. You think that'd feel good to you?
I don't think that would help me, no.
Okay. Well, I'm here
Why do you have a vibrating hedgehog?
No, it's
No, I'd like to come back to the vibrating hedgehog that you said you have. Why do you own a vibrating hedgehog?
It's not for me. It's a anxiety hedgehog.
You own a vibrating hedgehog?
Well, it's not for me.
Is it for parts of you?
No, it's not. It's not for
You
anything.
just to be clear though, you do own one.
I I I own a hedgehog that
That
vibrates
vibrates.
because the feeling of the vibration is supposed to ease anxiety.
So you are
It's not for me though.
you are the owner of a vibrating hedgehog.
I mean, respectfully, if I was the owner of something that you are trying to insinuate right now, it would be in the form of a flashlight.
Move on.
Yeah, let's get to the YouTube comment of the day. We are going to go with today. This comes from Paul Costa. Good morning, gentlemen. It is not yet 5 a.m. here, and there's no better way to start the day than with you chuckleheads, truly. NYC doesn't sleep doesn't mean you can't sleep if you do choose. The city outside will remain well awake while you snooze. Some sleep, some endless party, some endless work. Can't wait to get back to all college basketball.
Mm, mm. That's honestly a very beautiful way to describe it. I feel like we just got a comment from like an author or a poet.
It means a lot to me. Thank you, Paul.
Do you want to speak in only haikus the rest of the episode?
I don't know what haikus is.
Yes, you do, Carter.
I know it's a poetry thing.
It's not that hard to do this. Just speak in haikus.
What the hell?
Wait, what do you mean? What the hell? You don't know this? Haikus are so fun.
What is a haiku?
It's a vibrator.
A Japanese poem of 17 symbols in three lines of 5, 7, 5, traditionally evoking images of the natural world.
Wow, that's also beautiful. A lot of poetry on today's episode.
5, 7, 5 structure. That also is your structure too, isn't it?
I'm gonna start calling you Shel Silverback.
Shel. Is that like Shel Silverstein?
Yeah,
Great poetry books.
yeah.
Yeah, shout out to you. All right, let's go ahead and get to the Discord comments. I have nothing else to say to you. You're built like Colleen Hoover. To the comments, everyone join the Discord. Discord is $9.99 a month. It's one of the great ways to support Sleepers Media. The link is in the description of our Twitter bio. And as a part of being a part of being a part of the Discord is that you get your comments read every single day on the show. Today we are going to start with, let's see. We did that for Monovich. We're gonna start with this one. The Pat Signal says, "Who will win Conference Player of the Year for each of the power conferences, and who are some dark horses?"
Ooh, Braden Smith will win in the Big Ten. Dark horse. Dark horse Wesley Yates.
Is it fair to say a dark horse is TKR?
Yeah, that probably counts.
Okay, that'd be my choice
Purdue fans will take that as disrespect, though.
somehow.
Yeah. Okay, lead me. What's next?
ACC.
Cam Boozer will win. Ryan Conwell, dark horse.
Ryan Conwell will win. Cam Boozer dark horse. To the Big 12.
That just made me so mad.
Why?
It just made me so mad.
AJ DeBansa will win in the Big 12. Actually, or does JT Toppin go back? No, we'll go AJ DeBansa wins because they'll be fatigued. They don't want to go JT Toppin back to back. Dark horse, Christopher Jamal Sanak.
Dude, you're way too high on Snack. Like for your own safety, I'm starting to get worried about this. I'm going JT Toppin will win. Richie Saunders, dark horse. Milos Uzan, double dark horse.
Ooh, a little double dark horse, a little double
Yeah.
Carrage.
Yeah.
Um, Big East. Mm, let's see. Big East. I'm gonna go Caravan to win Player of the Year and Dark Horse Blake Harper.
Is anybody else good in the Big East? Like it's
Um,
not guaranteed to be a UConn player, is it?
no. What if like a dark horse is like Chase Ross or something?
I guess I would say,
Or you could pick a St. John's guy
yeah, I
possibly.
think it's got to be a St. John's guy for the favorite. I'll go Bryce Hopkins
Mm.
will win, and dark horse Silas
I feel like you
Demery.
want to pick like a Owen Freeman as a dark horse or something.
Yeah, Silas Demery, dark horse.
Okay, that's a good one. I think that covers all, right?
No,
What we miss?
the SEC.
Oh, SEC favorite. Ooh, I don't want to make sure I miss anybody here. Tahad Pettiford, maybe.
I'll take
Uh,
Otega will
oh,
win.
Otega, yeah, Otega. Dark horse. Boogie Flan.
Dark horse Darius Acuff.
Whoa, I like that. I like that a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
Yeah,
No
don't
Josh
be.
Hubbard for you?
Hmm?
No Josh Hubbard love for you? I mean, I feel like he's in year three, so shouldn't he be good by now?
I'm good. I do want to say that in my TikTok algorithm the other day, there was a young man who made a video about the day that he decided that he's not a basketball player. And he referred to waking up at 9 a.m. on a Saturday playing Team Thad and Josh Hubbard giving them 59.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's always good. Is there any basketball game or player that you had that made you think like this ain't it for me?
Um, I never had it, so No.
I feel that. Let's see. Pat Signal. Who are some former players that have the most underrated highlight tapes? Example, Donovan Mitchell, go Cards.
We're gonna say the same ones, I feel like, but Brandon Jennings is my favorite of all time.
See, but I feel like that's not underrated though. Like who's like that one you
Depends on
feel
who we're talking to.
like you feel weird about that you fired it up?
There's a chance that our audience is unfamiliar with Brandon Jennings.
I guess that's true. I will say the most like out of the box one that I have actually fired up lately was DeMarcus Cousins Kings highlights.
So just to be clear, you think DeMarcus Cousins is less under the radar or more under the radar than Brandon Jennings?
As far as highlight tapes, yeah, I think Brandon Jennings has a top 10 mixtape of all time.
Okay.
Easily. Same old Lions. I'm back for another round of My Wife is Pregnant. Pregnant. It's gender reveal week in the same old Lions household. What are each of your guesses for gender?
First off, congratulations. Second of all, awesome humble brag about how fertile you are. That's incredible. That's one of my favorite things to brag about, but also not something you should joke about because there's a lot of people who do struggle with that. And it's a very serious issue. So, anyways, long story short, congratulations. I'm gonna guess girl. I think it's time we get a same old lioness in the family.
Yeah, same old Lioness does feel right. Yeah, I'm gonna say girl too. I'm gonna be on the same page here with you. Sleeve Nash. After the cancellation of Draftapalooza, there have been some rumors of Sleeve and Coleman's burner running the show while y'all are away. Any further comments, or would you like to confirm?
Definitely don't want to confirm. I will say the sicko in me would love to see what the product looks like if Sleeve and Coleman Spurner try to do something like this.
Mhm.
Um, I don't think they could pull it off. Point blank. I don't think they could pull it off.
Yeah. I know one thing though. The booster seat market would be booming to get those two at eye level for a camera.
I know.
What
Does Sully is Sully's podcast still going? Remember that? Sully was sending podcast episodes before he got banned from the Discord. Is he
I
still
think Sully's in jail.
Sully's back in the Discord now?
Is he?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
he's
know who determined that he's allowed back in because he said some heinous things.
yeah, he's in there from jail.
Oh, okay.
Uh, how long do you think you could last in jail?
Well, I know I have 24 hours in me.
Hmm.
Like, the problem is when you're in jail, it's hard to get out of jail. That's the point of jail.
Yeah,
So,
for
like,
I mean that is a founding like pinnacle of jail. Yeah, like for 1 million, are you spending like 5 years in jail?
willingly, because if I'm in jail, it's against my will,
Yeah,
right?
I'm saying willingly. Like
Like
what
you're acting
dollar
like I have the
value
option to
amount?
get out of jail. Like
What dollar value amount would be needed to like kind of, I guess, get you locked up for a year?
I just don't follow the question because if I'm in jail, it's against my will. It's not something I signed up for, and in that case, I could spend up to 30 years in prison.
So I'm Mr. Beast. Okay, I got a new segment. I want to offer you a dollar value amount to spend a year in jail. What
Ooh,
what would the dollar value have to be?
just more $1 more than you make at your real job.
Just $1 more than I make in my
I would
real
want
job.
you to know for a full year that I'm making $1 more than you just sitting in prison.
You're such a sicko. You're such a sicko. Um, I'd do it for like, I don't know, 10 bands.
No, you wouldn't. That's the thing. Like, it's funny, but like, now that you have a child, no, you would not. You would not take a year away from your child for $10,000.
They could visit.
No, they couldn't.
What if that 10,000 goes right to them?
I don't think that's enough to take you away for a year.
Shout out to Phil Beckner. Malik, let's see. War Chant. As I watched The Last Dance again tonight on ESPN, it occurs to me I have more interest watching that for the 10th time than I did in Game 7 last night. Today's NBA just doesn't have any attention nor real passion for it. I want to be completely honest with y'all. I watched Last Dance once. Like it was really good, but I have not fired it up again. That if you've watched The Last Dance 10 times, I mean, maybe it's because Michael Jordan's your favorite player, but that's kind of crazy.
You're just really an anti-Jordan guy, and I'm not a pro-Jordan guy, but I would watch The Last Dance again. I love that. Great
I
doc.
would watch it again too, but 10 times?
You're just not into anything that glorifies Michael Jordan, and that's okay.
What's Michael Jordan's handicap?
Really good.
You think?
Let's give that a Google. Stats and research department.
I've been working you overtime today. As you look that up, I'm gonna keep moving on here because we had a Malik
I
Perry.
I
What a
searched Michael Jordan handicap and all that it says is gambling addiction.
nice.
He's a 1.9.
Damn.
Yep.
Liar. If they was to make a March Madness for this year, should it be just one player or could they break the mold and have multiple players?
Huh?
I think this is for a video game, maybe.
Oh, like on the cover of the video game?
I think that's what I'm guessing.
If there was a March Madness video game cover this year, I think there would be multiple players on it the way the football one does. And I think you would have DeBonsa,
Braden.
Boozer, Braden. I was gonna say DeBonsa, Boozer, Peterson, but I do think Braden would weasel his way in there.
Yeah. Little weasel. Malik Perry. I knew it, Greg didn't. I knew it. I knew it. Greg didn't dislike the Dion and Carter golf talk. He was upset he couldn't participate in the conversation.
I again not saying that. I don't how do I put this? I'm a really bad boss, okay? Cart knows this. Anybody else that we work with knows this. I don't
Not a
even
bad boss.
I was going to correct myself. I'm not your boss, but I'm technically like anything else that comes on the channel's boss. And I do, in the process of trying to work with you, I do have to direct you. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Cart knows this. One of my weaknesses as a directorial person is I'm not exactly good at actually holding people to what the asks are or what the tasks are. Like I like to be very hands off. I don't want to micromanage. I want to like set the expectation and then I want to let you rock, and as long as things are going well, I'm completely out of your hair. If you do hear from me, usually that means something's bad, but that's where I'm really bad. Where things are going against what's desired, I'm not good at like providing constructive feedback and getting us back on track. So the golf shit. My inherent belief is that this is a basketball podcast. I'm totally cool with banter. Banter's good, but like banter is normally creative and funny. Just talking about your weekly golf update does not it's not creative or funny to me. And I don't know if our audience shares that opinion. It just feels lazy from two people I think are inherently extremely creative. Have I ever once told you you can't do this? No, because I'm a bad boss. A better boss would text you guys and be like, "Yo, let's do less of the golf shit. Just be funny." But my way of leading is just bitching about it on a show like this. So it's not jealousy. I do not want to partake in it. I inherently believe it is not good for the podcast to have
Love you, boss. Uh, Malik Perry, once again, is it time to end the Carr versus Rod? Like, what goes through like the mind? Is it time to end the Carr versus Rodgers debate with this upcoming season and only Carr playing? Just think it's time to end the comparison. Yes,
You started this.
I did. Sorry, my apologies. Malik, congratulations on Bleacher Report interview in New York. Have a great trip. Which part of New York?
Manhattan.
Manhattan, which is the city um of the Manhattan cocktail.
Is it?
I don't know. I really don't. Get
Can
me
I
to
can I put liquor in a carry-on?
yes.
Can I bring like a handle in like a checked bag?
In a check bag, yeah, you can't like bring it through TSA and onto the plane.
But I could put a handle of alcohol in a checked bag.
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna do that.
Be careful with that though. One of your classmates, Michael Mooney, brought a handle of Smirnoff to Italy and it shattered in his bag and all his clothes were covered in Smirnoff.
I mean, that's one of the funnier attempted things ever. I need to bring my Smirnoff to Italy.
I mean, it's Mooney.
Also, this was before you were 21, wasn't
Yes,
it?
very much so. Um, moving on here. Which people would you trust the most to do a show for sleepers from the Discord? Let's say three people.
This is a hard question for me to answer. Do you have any?
Yeah, it's very easy for me. It is Koi, it's Ulamog, and it's All Hail the Pope.
You'd actually, yeah, that's a really good answer because All Hail the Pope would cover the Kentucky bases. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd be good.
I would trust Coy and Ulamog to do anything for us, and I don't think I would trust anybody else.
Yeah, shout out to Ulamog for bullying me into finally turning on our YouTube tip things.
I think I would trust Fam. I think I would trust Fam. What did we get anything out of that? Because this is another one. I insist we're not going to get anything from YouTube tips.
We got $11.
Sick. And you know what? It's gonna lead to at least two people being like, "Oh, I can just tip these guys once a year instead of pay for the Discord." So we're gonna lose money on this.
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll revisit it. Link Perry, do you guys think if a team changes states and names, it should get the old franchises banners? Like, for example, OKC hanging Seattle Supersonics jerseys and banners. I said no, but a coworker said yes.
No, you don't get to hang Sonics banners. No,
I
you're
agree.
you're the Thunder. You're Oklahoma City. By
Yeah.
the way, shout out to Oklahoma City for winning the finals because now they get to keep their franchise. Had they lost to a Tyrese Halliburton-less Indiana Pacers team, they would have had to move back to Seattle.
Makes sense. Glad Dion is okay from his car accident. Keep safe, guys. How was the weekend? End of flurry.
Yeah, apparently Dion got in a car accident a year ago, and I don't remember.
He did
He says he's been concussed ever since.
for a year.
And we've been employing him since he's been concussed, and that's it.
That's why we got good health insurance here.
We have no health insurance.
We definitely don't. All hail the Pope. Anonymously, will Louisville or Kentucky finish further in March this year?
That's a tough question. I'm gonna take the coach I trust more in March, which is Kentucky's
It's a good one. Is that who's their coach?
Mark Pope.
Yeah. All hail the Pope once again. Cart, gonna need to see the Brunson again, please. Got you.
So bad.
Um,
Do you see Jalen Williams had never had a sip of alcohol before this celebration?
yeah,
Do you
I
see that the Thunder locker room left 90% of their beers and champagne untouched?
so I just found out about, do you know, like, I think it's Gen Z. They don't do this. Like they rather just like I don't know, like I just fucking draw a map from memory than like have a beer.
What an awesome, fun team, Cart. Love the Thunder.
Listen, I got a video of my dog Chet in the club taking that Don Julio to the head ski. All right, so we're good. My guy, oh, we are good.
Chad is
By the way,
single-handedly trying to redeem this
by
team.
the way, Jalen Williams, liar. Just a liar. Get the hell out of here. You telling me my dog wasn't up in the mix at Santa Clara?
No, I don't think he was.
Liar. Um, just snacky. Would you rather have a one-armed left arm is gone, Braden Smith as your point guard, or Maryland stud Miles Rice? Caveat, Braden has a magical growth spurt up to 6'5".
I would rather have Miles Rice than a one-armed Brandon Smith.
I'd rather have Miles Rice with two arms than a one-armed Braden Smith.
It's a crazy question.
Did you think about it though? Because Braden's 6'5" now.
I thought about it, but Braden wouldn't be able to shoot his fadeaway to the corner with one arm. He wouldn't be able to gather.
It's true. True. Yeah, so in this context, I would take the basketball player with two arms.
Also, like, just force him left.
Did you think about it at all?
No, it's one arm, man. What are you talking about?
I just don't know. That was for the Discord comments.
Well, you think one arm Braden Smith might average better than 12, 3, and 3? What do you think he averages?
Um, one arm, 6'5".
Yes.
Does everyone know he has one arm?
Yeah. What? You think everyone's blind?
Like, no, I'm saying the
So
first
now
game.
he has one arm, but all the defenders are blind.
No, no, not even that. Just like the first game is when they find out that he has one arm.
I mean, yeah, yes, that's what would happen.
He
Correct.
had the stat pad against the Corpus Christi's of the world. Um, I would think Braden would average 10, 6, and 4.
I think we should do this as a bit. I think you should go film your men's league, which we know you're still doing. I know you've been trying to post them less and send them less and act like you've grown up a little bit. We know you're still filming every single rep in your men's league. You should play one night with one arm tied behind you and just play fully one armed.
I do that already.
No, you don't. No, you
Ain't no
don't.
left hand happening. You kidding me? Uh, that does it for the Discord comments today.
Thanks, Discord. We are brought to you by NBA 2K Lab. Big day for NBA 2K Lab because the NBA draft begins tonight. And while you're watching our NBA draft live show with Bleacher Report, or while you're watching the Sleepers Media Channel's coverage of the NBA draft with Dion and Riley, you can also have NBA 2K Lab up. They got a bunch of mini games. They have our draft board if you want to compare where players in the NBA draft are actually selected versus where we had them on our big board that all five of us worked on. You can find that with NBA2KLab.com. Go check them out. College football is coming soon, the video game. They'll have more content, video games, builds, player insights, and more. NBA 2K Lab is the best. Let's get to the show. I want to do some NBA draft bold predictions with you. The draft is tonight, Card. And we will be on a live show in New York City with Bleacher Report. Should be fun. Jonathan Wasserman, Jake Fisher there as well. Let's come up with a combined 6 bold predictions, 3 each, on things we think will happen in the NBA draft. Before we do this, would you like to basically come up with a bold prediction on behalf of us? Not necessarily players or teams, but what's going to happen with us in the NBA draft?
My bold prediction is that in the second round, on that second day, we loosen up a little bit and we start referring to Wasserman as Wassy.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good one. My bold prediction is my bold prediction is we get some incorrect breaking news, and we basically report incorrect breaking news during the NBA
We
draft.
get sent held.
Yeah, like we either I get duped for it as the host, or you like cut me off mid-sentence. You're like, Greg, breaking news: Giannis is a trailblazer, and it's just not true.
This just in, Adam Silver cannot be located.
We no, we throw it to Jake Fisher, our insider, and Jake's just like, "Yeah, guys, I don't know where you're getting this. This is completely false. I'm one room over from you, and you guys are just totally incorrect."
Our producers are in our ear. Like, first of all, you guys don't have an earpiece in. Stop doing that. We're like, what is that?
Another bold prediction: one of us, but not both of us, but one of us gets a compliment on our fit. Like
Only
we
one?
we come full circle from the original draft show where they said we both look like cell phone salesmen. One of us gets a compliment like, "Hey, I really like that fit."
Yeah, last one. You get commented on your height, and I get nothing.
I mean, that's a guarantee. That's not bold. That's every time.
Or shit.
Yeah. All right. So bold predictions for the draft. Where do
Yeah.
you want to start?
Ooh, well, I was gonna get really, really bold and say that there's a prospect that literally leaves this team in the middle of the heat of their finals overseas and just decides he wants to walk across the stage, but that already happened. So my first bold prediction, and I don't even know if you can decide if it's bold or not, is that Ace Bailey is getting drafted third. Like he's not falling. He's going to get drafted third.
To the Sixers or somebody trades for it?
He's going to get drafted by the 76ers. Now, there's a world where he moves, but I think the Sixers will select him at 3.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, that kind of takes the luster off of my first prediction here, which is that Ace Bailey falls out of the top 10. You
How,
and I
what,
are
so
very
what
similar.
world does he fall out of the top 10 though?
I don't think any team wants to draft a guy that wouldn't meet them in person, just point blank. And I think there are times where their kid is special enough that you can transcend that. Ace Bailey's just not, dude. He's just not. Like, Rutgers was horrible. Everyone has to come off of this. Like, this dude won't even come meet us. And we're supposed to invest in him. Like, what happened at Rutgers? They were horrible. Why? Like, I get you can find games where he was incredible at Rutgers. Cool. In losses to Mike Woodson. Like, it's crazy. I think he falls. And I think he falls further than 6. I think he falls out of the top 10.
Yeah, okay.
You want to
Let's
do a
see.
friendly wager on that one? We could do something for the live show on that. Like, you have him going 3, I have him going 10 or later. Whoever's closer wins, and the loser has to do something during the draft show.
Yeah, loser has to wear shorts the next day.
Dude, it's gonna be 100 degrees. You're
Yeah, but
wearing
you can't.
pants?
You can't. Yeah, I can't rock shorts.
The world can see these calves.
See, I feel like that's an unspoken rule. You're not supposed to come legs, calves out in that setting.
The world can see these calves.
Okay, I respect it. We can do a little bit though. My next bold prediction is that yeah, this is bold, and I actually do somewhat believe it. I think Will Riley ends up sneaking into the lottery.
Whoa!
Yeah, I think someone is going to convince him that the 6'8" young show some other things and playmaking stuff towards the end of the year. Believe in his shot enough, because he was a consistent shooter coming in, that he would, down the line in 4 or 5 years from now, be a top 10 player in this class. And they're just going to draft him in the lottery instead of, like, I don't know, falling for like the Carter Bryant love, I guess.
Interesting. Okay. Does he go before or after Kasparis?
He goes before Kasparis.
Ooh, I would like that. That'd be fun. That'd
Yeah.
be very fun. Okay. For number two, I'm in between two ways to put this. I think the bolder way to put it is this. By the end of the night on Wednesday, Dylan Harper will not be a San Antonio Spur.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yep.
How's that look though? Walk me through that a little bit.
I think Giannis is getting traded.
Mm,
I think Giannis is getting traded, and I do think the Spurs will pull the trigger if they put the pressure on it.
that'd be fun if they got Giannis. That'd be
But
Giannis is what
I think we're gonna have a situation where like he goes across stage, he's rocking the Spurs stuff, and then like within an hour, it's like, guys, we got breaking news. Dylan Harper is gone. Dylan Harper went missing.
breaking news. Dylan Harper is gone. Dylan Harper missing. Let's see here where I want to go. Ooh, do. I guess this is bold enough. Jeremiah Fears is the first guard taken. Sorry, outside of Dylan Harper. My apologies.
So Dylan Hart, wait. Jeremiah Fears goes three, or no? You think Ace Bailey's going three? So you think Jeremiah Fears will go four before Edge Cohen, before Trey Johnson
For Con Knipple.
or Khan? Okay, that's bold. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. That intrigues me, Cart. Ooh, you kind of hit all the fun players I wanted to get bold with. I gotta come up with one more here, and I don't have it ready. I'm trying to think of something around Khan, but I feel like Khan's gonna go high, and that's the expectation at this point.
I
Ugh,
mean, you could make a prediction on uh, who like the biggest faller, a bold prediction on who the biggest faller will be.
I know I'm trying to look through that, but I already think the ace is the big faller.
Yeah, I guess you did say out of the top 10.
Like, I don't know. I think the rest of this is pretty chalky, to be honest. I don't know how bold this is. I think Oklahoma City is also going to be involved in a draft night trade. There's rumors that they want to move into the top 10. And the rumor I'm hearing is they want to move into the top 10 for one of the European players. But I will predict that Oklahoma City pairs some of their picks and moves into the top 10 and does not select a European player.
Mm. Does not select a European player.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Trey Johnson falls to 7 and Oklahoma City trades a bunch of picks, go up and get him.
I'd be disgusted if
I,
that happened.
they're gonna make a move. That's my final bold prediction.
All
What are
right,
we
I
doing
like
for our first bet, the Ace Bailey bet? I feel like here's a proposal. Winner gets to style the loser's hair for night 2 of the draft show.
define style.
I would style your hair.
What does that mean?
I would do whatever I want with your hair before the draft show.
Like without cutting it, right?
No cutting.
No cutting involved? Okay.
Just forming, combing, gel, paste,
Okay.
dry.
Okay,
There's ways to style.
deal. That slick back on night two is gonna go dumb.
The problem is I don't how much can I do with your hair though?
Exactly. I'm in the driver's seat here.
But I'll spend hours trying to do something to it when the time comes.
What are you, my vibrating hedgehog?
Like what could I get it really? Yeah, we'll talk offline. Kind of a random topic today, but we've seen some players, coaches, just people in the basketball world come out and go on record that they are anti the transfer portal or anti the NIL era. And we have a new one. An NBA player from our generation has gone on record to basically blast NIL and say that it's causing major issues to the next generation of college basketball players. This time it's Monta Ellis card. And Monta Ellis said, quote, what NIL is creating, though, is no work ethic. Now what it's creating is what we call when we was coming back, it's a busters. And the reason why I say that is because now they're just following the money. Like I tell people all the time, if money move you, I got to get away from it. I don't know what to make of the busters portion of that quote. Maybe you can help me define that. But Monta Ellis thinks NIL has caused college basketball players to solely focus on the money and that it has destroyed the work ethic of the next generation of college basketball players. Do you agree with Monte's general premise here?
No. I don't. And was this said on a podcast?
The actual article of this is the Basketball Network.
Okay.
I don't know
I
if they're
just
quoting an interview or what.
Yeah, I sometimes I wonder if like there's like a think tank and like, you know what, we really need an NIL breakdown from Monte Ellis. As we haven't asked yet. Let's ask the guy who came out of high school, by the way, who didn't go to college, about NIL ruining college sports. Also shout out to Monte Ellis Jr., who just recently picked up an offer from UNLV, class of 2028. I'm sure he'll get more offers and more big bags coming from school, but I wonder if he'll go there because it's being ruined, according to his father. It it's beginning to be really old man yelling at clouds for me on the whole discussion about it ruining college sports. Does it need to be regulated? Yes. Is it ruining the sport? No, it's not ruining the sport. There's basketball players that are sticking around the sport that would not stick around. There are guys playing college basketball that maybe would not play college basketball because it is around. There's overseas guys, talented guys playing because it is around. All in all, I think it is really good for the game, and it has become or reached a point to me that it is just being a contrarian to be like, oh, it's ruining the game.
Um, Work ethic though, not ruining the game. His point is he thinks it's ruining players' work ethics.
Really, you want to know what would improve my work ethic?
Money?
Millions of dollars.
Yeah, yeah. I forget what video this was on. This was a couple weeks ago, I want to say, but there was somebody else who came out and was like, "I hate the transfer portal," and it was like somebody who had jumped around teams a bazillion times on their own, and I don't know. It was just like the wrong person is making the point. Whether or not you agree or disagree with the point, that's up for debate. But like, you can't have this person make this point. You can't have a player that didn't play college basketball blast college basketball players' work ethics for wanting money or getting compensated. You can't blame the player who made $104 million in his 16-year NBA career playing for four different franchises, bopping around, blast the idea of money ruining work ethic. That's just not how this works. It's random for him to go on record with this. It doesn't seem to make any sense to me why he would be the person to go on record with this, but here we are. Cart Monte Ellis is the speaker of the house, I guess, for college basketball players to not be paid.
Yeah, also his son's nice. So like, did money ruin his work ethic?
I mean, presumably his son had money growing up, right?
Right. So like
But is
that
he working? Maybe this is Monte's point. Maybe he's not working for a paycheck. He's working for the love of the game.
okay, I'd like to ask him that without his father in the room.
I mean, how often did you, when you were coming up on your basketball rise, played at a prestigious school? I mean, let's be real. This you're gonna think this is a total bit, but also like genuinely, You went to a prestigious high school, a private high school that like costs money to go to and has put very good basketball players through it.
Hmm.
You played college basketball.
Hmm.
Like from all of your youth days of playing and just the way you grew up, family did have money. Like how often were you motivated when trying to play basketball by the idea of I need money?
Well, I mean, it honestly though, it at a younger age, it was on my mind that, before I was hit with reality, I was like, I want to make money playing basketball. Like that was like it wasn't like an NBA thing, but like I was like, I want to be able to play and make money playing basketball. That's the dream for a lot of kids. Um, so I mean, I don't know. I feel like money is a pretty big motivator to like work hard, get paid. Like that's kind of the mindset that I think a lot of people have.
But do you think there's a world where like these kids getting the money as a freshman in college does impact the rest of their life in a negative basketball playing way? Because
Maybe
I could see that point.
maybe some, yeah, but like for the most part, I think no, because I don't know, maybe it's just the mindset that I look at it as like there are so many people out here getting paid to like, and they're not like superstars either. Like you look, shit, Monta Ellis wasn't no superstar. He made $100 million. Like you can
Yeah.
make a lot of money and have a long career by just doing certain things in basketball. And if you work on those things, you get paid. So
Yeah.
like, but yes, there is other people that have a sense of complacency with it. Like, I mean, I got my money.
Is he trying to come on record against like the AJ Hogards of the world? Like, I'm fifth year. Like, I got $1 million. I'm good. Like, I don't need to get better now. Like, that's the only way I could understand this quote.
Yeah, probably. What do you think Monta Ellis would have made in the NIL era?
I don't know.
Be Josh Hubbard.
You think?
I
You think
think
he
he.
would have stayed in college 4 years
Yeah,
for the money?
yeah.
That's kind of crazy. Who will be
I think he was a second round draft pick.
who will be the next guy to like come on record against the state of college basketball?
Joakim Noah.
You think so?
Yeah, either Joakim Noah or I don't know Brandon Bass.
Just like back in my day, players stayed in school for the glory. We wanted to win championships.
And I'm like, okay, thank you, Grandpa.
I don't know why I think Jakeem Noah's voice is that raspy.
It probably is a little raspy.
All right, those have been two semi-untraditional sleepers topics, I would say. Let's get back to our sweet spot here. Let's play our game for the third topic today. I want to go through all of our favorite college basketball teams, and I want to identify who we think the swing piece is. This does not mean like who's the best player. This does not mean like necessarily even who's the breakout player. But I'm talking who is the one player on each of the teams that we like to discuss that how their season goes could swing their team season in the most wildly different direction. Like if this guy's great, it's going to impact this team massively. If this guy's bad, it's going to really hurt this team. But again, let's not just do the best player. Like let's do a guy that has like a wild range of outcomes. Truly. That's what I'm after. Does that make sense?
Makes 100% sense.
Okay, you can pick where we start, Cart. Let's go through like 12 of our favorite teams.
Okay. I mean, do we start with the Michigan State Spartans?
Yeah, who's the swing piece?
Uh, the general.
Talk me through it.
I just think that if Jeremy Fears can make some strides offensively, that it would unlock things for this team. Because I think the passing is there. I think the toughness, everything, the intangible stuff is there, certainly. But him being a negative offensively, I think is hurting the basketball team. And I think that him getting better, taking the step and being a threat, a semblance on that end of the floor would open up things for himself and others too. As far as him even, being a threat to score looking at the basket as he's going to the hoop, could open up things for other guys as well.
So I'm okay if we want to lock that in as the answer. My only counter argument would be I think we like there is a world Fears breaks out and is totally different, but we mostly are pretty sure we know what he is. Like he is a winning point guard, passer, great defender. We don't really have that many questions. So like the swing on the negative side for Fears isn't that low for me because he is what he is. At minimum, he's a good starting point guard. But I hear the upside conversation. If he was just like a first team all conference player, that's probably the most important thing. My switch pivot would be Trey Ford because I think there's genuinely a world where Trey Ford is like Tyson Walker, maybe crazy to whisper this, better. Or I think there's a world where Trey Fort's a total bust, like an unplayable. He is worse than Frankie Fiddler. This was a gimmick at Samford, and
Ooh.
that to me, that's because Fears is going to be good one way or the other. He's going to start at point guard. But if Fort was unplayable, what do you even do? And if he's awesome, you're probably awesome.
I have some clarity on this exercise that I like.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that a lot.
All right. So are we going with Trey Fort for our swing piece?
Yeah.
All right. So now let's do my Michigan Wolverines, and then we'll work elsewhere. Um, Michigan's tough because they got a lot of vets that I feel like we mostly know what they are. So I'm almost looking outside of the projected starting five here into a couple different options off the bench. Who do you think the swing piece should be?
I was gonna say either McKinney or Cadell.
Talk me through him.
Well, I just think having McKinney as like this, because he was a 5-star, right? He's a McDonald's All-American 5-star, a guy who I think can get a lot of buckets, and honestly, probably the best get my own guy outside of Yaxel. Like we don't know if Merez can do that yet, and I think having someone at the guard position that could get their own can go a long way, especially in a Dusty May system.
Okay. So I had three potential answers I would have liked, and Cadeau is not one of them because similar to Fears, I think we know what he is for the most part. McKenney was one. I think you could argue a Mara because to me, the only path for a Mara is if he's so awesome randomly that he just beats out Merez, which would obviously not be great for Michigan long term. We don't want him to beat out Merez, but like the world where Ade Mara is clearly better than Merez would be like a massive swing for Michigan to have a 7'3" dude that's that good. I would not go with Mara though because I think we know the Michigan front court is going to be good regardless. So going from like good to great doesn't swing the team all that much for me. The non-McKenney answer I would have listened to too is Kaysen. Basically, I think you're looking for like which one of these bench guards just becomes awesome and Namari Burnett slides to the three, and then you answer the shooting questions you have. Um, I don't know if I'd like McKenney or Kaysen better. Any thoughts for who that should actually be?
I think I go Kaysen.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Just because there's a wider range of outcomes to you, or what?
Yeah, like Kaysen could be the best, second best player on the team.
And Kaysen serves as like backup point guard too. So if Kaysen's good, there's a world where you lean on Cadeau less.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna go LJ Kaysen. I think that's the right answer. What team do you want to do next?
Let's go. Ooh, let's go with Purdue.
Purdue. Okay. Any thoughts?
I mean, is this one of the easier ones?
I could buy a couple different answers.
I think it'd be Mayer.
A lot of unknowns with there.
Yeah, and like, there's a world where he is like actually like NBA first round draft pick good now. There's also a time where maybe it takes a year.
Yeah. Okay. I'm okay with that. I think that's the fine answer. I think you also could have considered CJ Cox. You also could have considered one of the two centers, maybe Jacobson being the bigger breakout guy because the rim protection stuff he gives you. But I don't know. It's hard because they have so many good backup options. Regardless, these are all like nice to haves, not necessities. But
Yeah,
I think Mayer is the widest range of outcomes. You're right.
I think that's what I pick.
All right, Omer Mayer's the answer. Illinois.
Let's do Illinois. Oh, for the wide range of outcomes,
Who's the
wouldn't
swing
it
piece?
swing piece? Big Z?
Talk to me.
I mean, what if Big Z does that one thing that he did against Texas A&M that one time long ago when the billboard was up?
So, but if that happens, are we then looking where like full time Illinois is playing Big Z and Big T together?
Yeah,
That would change the team completely.
Yeah, but it's because Big Z is that good.
He's so good it forces their hand, they have to do it.
Yeah, and they just have these two 7-footers that are all Big Ten people.
And then there's a world where they're like this bizarro world Danny Wolf flag golden,
Yeah, and then there's a world where like Big Z is not there at the Christmas,
but they're twins.
but they're twins.
Yeah, I think that's the right answer. I think
Yeah.
Zvonimir Visic is right. Okay, all right. I think we're getting good at this exercise. Uh,
Kentucky.
Kentucky, yeah. Talk to me.
Oh,
I
I
think
think
this might be one of the easier ones for me. I
is
have
it,
two. I have two options.
I think it's Quaintance for me.
It could be Quaintance. I think it could be Jasper.
Ooh, talk to
Like
me on Jasper a little
if
bit.
Jasper is just like a clear one and done lottery pick level good player, and it is now Jasper, Jalen Lowe, and Otega Owe, we're like, oh my God, that's a
Yeah,
three-headed monster. But I also like the Quaintance answer because if he's a 32 minutes a game center, that means you're not playing Brandon Garrison much, and that means you're awesome.
I think I'd rather go Jasper.
You think?
Yeah, because I think the outcome is Quaintance is gone after this year, no matter what. I think there's a world where like Jasper's really good. He's one and done. There's also a world where Jasper's not on Kentucky next season. He's on another school.
And like you got Brandon Garrison and Malachi Moreno behind him. So like you should have solid center play regardless, even if Quaintance isn't that great. Uh,
Yeah.
you also we could have done Yelovich. That would swing things
Ooh.
wildly, but I like Jasper, I think, is
Yeah.
the
Let's
answer.
go Jasper.
All right, give me some other teams who we want to do.
Let's do BYU.
Okay.
Uh, who do I want to go with here? I mean, I feel like the right answer is Rob Wright, but also there's a guy with the name Moo.
So I think Kenner Davis is just like a good role player.
The role player.
I think it's either Rob Wright or you could tell me the wild variation swing is Dom Diamande.
You think he's gonna have a role though?
I think he might. Like, I guess, what are we worried about with Rob Wright? Like, I don't really see a world where Rob Wright is like worse than he was last year. So
He was a little bit up and down at Baylor, and they lost a lot.
yeah, but I don't know. Like, you got DeBonsa and Saunders. His job's pretty easy.
Yeah, but if Diamante is good, if he's bad, what does that hurt?
Well, so it has to be like a good player.
Yeah, a good player like who's the point guard if Rob Wright's not really doing what he should do?
Then I think if we're going that route, I think the swing piece is DeBonsa.
It probably
Because
is.
if DeBonsa like gets bored,
But if the Bonds is not that good, they got Richard Saunders.
right? But if Rob Wright's not that good, they got DeBonsa and Saunders.
Yeah.
We can go Rob Wright. Let's go Rob Wright.
All
But
right. I feel better about that.
all right, who else? Let's do like two more.
Let's do Houston.
You never want to do Louisville for these exercises,
I was
huh?
gonna do Louisville last.
Oh, sure you were. All right, Houston, who you got?
Sinak.
I think it is Sinak, based on how up and down he was
There's a
this
world
week.
where he's a lottery pick. There's also a world where I have to come to grips with the fact that he got beat out by Morez Johnson and Daniel Jacobson.
He was up and down this week, and I think that's a big part of this for sure. Let's do Louisville.
Biggest swing piece. Uh, I'm gonna say Frew.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sonata Frew.
I think that's the right answer. Their guards are going to be good no matter what. It's basically what do they get in the front court.
Yeah, or Kaysen.
I think Fru's the right answer. Let's go with
Yeah,
Fru.
let's go with that.
How about quickly Duke?
Um,
Isaiah Evans.
Isaiah Evans. Yeah, I think I'll
My
go with
answer,
Evans.
is he actually awesome or is he
Yeah,
not?
or is he just like the bench microwave guy?
Yep. And then Carolina,
I'm gonna go with ooh.
Kai and Evans for me.
Yeah, I think that's the right answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think we did well with that?
I think we did okay.
Okay. One big thing presented by NBA 2K Lab. What do you have today, Cart?
I have officially made the shift over to the iced coffee world. I will not go back to hot coffee until the fall.
Wow, that was a very direct and to the point delivery by you. This must be a serious thing for you.
Can we cuss on here?
A little bit.
I'm not effing around. It's serious. It's iced coffee season.
Okay. Is that because it's 110 degrees out?
Yo, this heat's ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
unenjoyable to be outside.
It is. It is very much so. Correct. Okay. My one big thing, watch the draft show. I hope everybody enjoys it. It's a big opportunity for us. We're very much looking forward to it. Good to be back working with Bleacher Report in a fun capacity with another live show. We had so much fun at the Final Four a couple years ago. So tune in, support it, tweet it out if you're watching it, share it with other people. Hit us in the likes, hit us in the comments, wherever you can find it. I think Bleacher Report's going to have it on YouTube. I think it's also probably going to be in the BR app. But show some love for us. The more love that we receive on stuff like this, the more likely it is they work with us in the future. And this is a really big time opportunity for us financially and creatively. So watch it. Hope you have fun with it tonight. You're in good hands the rest of the weeks, folks. You'll still get your normal sleepers content for the next 3 days from Riley and Dion. Keep watching those guys. Show some love to them as well. And enjoy the NBA draft, everybody. We'll see you next week.